Do you want to know the real secret to becoming fluent in English? So pay close attention to what I will tell you now. It is not decorating infinite lists of words, nor spend hours and hours in grammar. The real watershed, what really changes the game, is when you create the habit of thinking in English. That's right, think of English. Not only study, not only understand, but thinking. And that changes everything. Be very welcome to today's Impact episode. I know you have little time. I know life is running. But I promise that if you stay with me until the end of this video, you will come out with a new key in your mind, something that can accelerate your fluency once and for all. But before we get into the central theme, I need to tell you something very important, and many people underestimate. The practice of hearing is the pillar of real fluency. Listen, listen, and listen. Because it is often listening that you begin to absorb structures, vocabulary, and rhythm. It's like a song that you listen so much that even unintentionally can sing. English needs to be for you, something that goes into your brain little by little every day until it starts to emerge automatically in your thoughts. And look, I know exactly how you feel. You may have studied English for years. It knows how to translate almost everything when it reads, can understand part of what you hear, but when you need to talk, it gives a white. The words lock, the mind panics. Portuguese screams inside the head and the English disappears. And here comes frustration, the sense of impotence, that inner voice saying that you may never. But let me tell you a secret. You are not alone. A lot of people go through this. And most importantly, it has a solution. You are not unable. You are only trying to access a new language with old language habits. You are trying to speak English, but keep thinking about Portuguese. It's like trying to run with the handbrake pulled. And that is why change begins in thought. It starts with the way you see, feel, and react to the language. And do you know what is most interesting? The human brain is amazing. He learns by repetition, stimulus, and immersion. When you start to surround yourself with English in your daily life, even if you don't understand everything, something starts to change. Slowly, but changes. One day you hear a sentence and understand. Then it begins to think about it. Then it begins to repeat. And suddenly, without realizing it, you are formulating whole thoughts in English. This is creating the habit of thinking about English. It's not magic. It is training. Constancy, intention. Think with me for a moment. How many times a day do you think of Portuguese? Thousands. Now imagine if little by little you start changing some of these thoughts for simple English phrases. Instead of saying, I need to take a shower, you think, I need to take a shower. Instead of, I'm going to eat something, you think, I'm going to eat something. Does it look silly? But this, repeated several times a day, every day, reprogramming your brain. Now, maybe you are wondering, but how do I do it? How do I create this habit if I don't even know where to start? Calm. We will get there. But first, I want you to look inside you. I want you to connect with your dream. Because I know it exists. Maybe it's getting a better job. Maybe it's traveling without fear of making mistakes. It may be to understand a song, a movie, or just be proud of yourself. Whatever the reason, it is valid. He is real, and he is possible. You just need to take the first step. And the first step is this here. Assuming that thinking about English is neither impossible nor distant. It is just a skill that has not yet been activated in you. And when you activate, when you start practicing, your world changes. Now take a deep breath. Stay with me. Because in the next block, I will show you exactly how you can train your mind to think of English on a daily basis, in a light, fun, and natural way. You will see that this is not only possible, but it can be much simpler than you imagined. Now that you have understood the importance of thinking about English, it's time to get your hands dirty. And here's the truth that almost no one speaks. You don't have to be fluent to start thinking about English. You need to start thinking about English to become fluent. It looks simple, right? But this inversion changes everything. Let's go straight to the point. How to create the habit of thinking about English. First thing, start small. No wanting to form complex phrases early on. The key is in simplicity. When you wake up, for example, instead of thinking, I will brush my teeth, try thinking, I'm going to brush my teeth. It may seem strange at first, but this is the training your brain needs. During your day, you will come across hundreds of automatic thoughts. Try calmly, replacing these thoughts with basic English expressions. Are you going to cook? Think, I need to cut the vegetables. Are you going to leave home? Where are my keys? Are you tired? I'm so tired today. That's it. Little by little. And lock yourself, okay. You can speak half in Portuguese and half in English at the beginning. This is part of the process. Over time, English is taking up more space. It is gaining fluidity. Now, a powerful tip: use your routine to your advantage. You don't need more time, you need more awareness. Looking at objects in your home, mentally say your names in English: chair, table, mirror, window, bed, pillow. Then start creating short phrases. The chair is brown, my bed is soft, the window is open. This transforms the environment into a training field for your bilingual brain. Another efficient strategy is to use self-narration. That's right. Start narrating your actions in English, even if only in your head. I'm opening the fridge. I'm making coffee. I'm checking my phone. Does it look silly? Perhaps. But it works, because it makes English not just a study subject. He becomes part of his identity, part of who you are. And do you know that time you spend on your phone, social networks, watching random memes or videos? How about turning this into fuel for your English? Follow profiles that speak English. Watch short videos with caption. Read motivational phrases in English. Put the language of your phone in English. This forces your brain to live with the language, to adapt. And when the brain adapts, it begins to deliver you more. He starts thinking even before you asked. Now, I need to tell you something important. There will be resistance. Yes, there will be a day that your brain will want to go back to Portuguese. It will seem difficult, tiring. But this is when you grow up. It is at this point that most give up. And that's exactly where you will continue. Because you are not anyone. You have a purpose. You want to win something bigger. And that is what differentiates you. Use mental triggers to your advantage. One of them is the public commitment. Talk to someone reliable that you are training thinking in English. This creates responsibility. Another is the immediate reward. Every time you can form a mental phrase in English, compliment yourself mentally. Say, I did it, or even, good job. Your brain loves to be rewarded. This creates dopamine, and dopamine creates motivation. Want another powerful strategy? Create imaginary dialogues. That's right. Imagine you are in a cafeteria in London. The barista asks, "What would you like to drink?" And you mentally respond to, "I'd like a cappuccino, please." Create these situations in your mind. Teach your brain to react automatically in English. This trains your reasoning, and over time, it becomes natural. And if you beat insecurity, remember, no one was born speaking English. Everyone learned, even the natives. They only had the privilege of growing immersed in the language. But you can create this immersion, even without leaving home, through your routine, of your thoughts, of your choices. Now take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, and imagine you in a few months, watching a movie in English, understanding almost everything, laughing at the jokes without needing subtitles. Imagine you, talking to someone in English and watching the person understand you, and you answer safely. This is not a distant dream. It is a possible reality. But it depends on what you do today, of your mental training, of your habit of thinking in English. Remember, what you think, you become. If you think of English, you become fluent in English. And the more you practice, the more your brain accepts this new way of thinking. Until one day, you just realize, I'm not translating anymore. I'm thinking of English. In the next block, I will show you how to keep this habit alive every day, how not to lose motivation, and how to turn this practice into something pleasurable and inspiring for your journey. I find you there? Now that you understand how to start thinking about English and how to make it part of your routine, the most important time has come. Not stop, because creating a habit is just the beginning. The secret is to keep this habit alive every day, even with small actions. Let's recap quickly. It all starts with conscience. You begin to perceive your daily thoughts and gradually try to replace them with simple English phrases. Then it begins to narrate your actions using objects around you as vocabulary tools. Turn your routine into a bilingual environment. Then you practice visualization, create mental dialogues, expose yourself to language in a light and fun way. And especially, you allow yourself to make mistakes, because making mistakes is part of the way. But do you know what you really will keep you on this path? It is your vision. It is that reason that hits stronger in your heart. It's not just about speaking English. It is about freeing yourself, about no longer dependent on subtitles, about being able to travel and communicate, about getting that vacancy of dreams, or even about feeling confident, intelligent, capable. Because you are. And here is a practical tip to keep the habit of thinking about alive English every day. Create rituals. For example, upon waking, repeat 3 simple phrases in English. It can be, Today is a great day. I believe in myself. I'm learning English every day. These phrases will program your mind, will open your brain to the language early. Another ritual. Before bed, mentally review 3 things you did during the day and say in English. I went to the supermarket. I worked a lot today. I watched a video in English. This little practice will consolidate learning in your brain while you sleep. And do you know something that helps a lot? Have a special notebook just for English thoughts. In it, you can write phrases, simple thoughts, or even an imaginary conversation. It is like creating a bridge between your mind and language, using writing as a fixing tool. Another thing I recommend from the heart: talk to yourself in English. Yes, it sounds crazy, but it's magical. Talk alone, in front of the mirror, in the bath, walking. Talk like talking to a friend. This trains your mind, your pronunciation, your confidence. Best of all, you don't depend on anyone. And here is perhaps the most important tip of this video. Be kind to yourself. There will be a day that you will make mistakes. There will be a day that you will forget. There will be a day that it will seem that nothing is working. But do not blame yourself. Don't give up. A habit is not created in one day, but is built every day. And every little attempt is already a victory. You are doing something grand. You are training your brain to work differently. It's breaking standards. It is building a new version of itself. And that requires courage, requires persistence. And you have all this inside. Believe me. Now listen to me carefully. Don't wait for the motivation to act. Aja, and the motivation will come. Don't expect to feel confident to start thinking about English. Start, even feeling insecure. Because trust is not the starting point. Confidence is the reward of the continuing. From today, every time you think, I can't, change for, I'm learning. Every time you make a mistake, say, it's part of the process. Every time you wage, take a deep breath and think, I'm again. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be constant. And if you have come here with me, it is because you want more of life. You want more than you. And I want to tell you that you are on the right track, no matter what your level today. The important thing is that you are advancing, one step at a time. So here is my invitation. Start practicing the habit of thinking in English today. Take a sentence, anyone, and repeat throughout the day. Write, speak, imagine, feel. Let English be part of your mind. Let him become a heart language, not just reason. And now, before I finished, I want to leave you with this message. You are not studying just one language. You are opening doors for new worlds. You are connecting with other cultures. It is approaching new opportunities. He is proving to himself that he is able to learn, grow, and overcome himself. Then go there. Start small. Start now. But start with faith. Because your bilingual future begins with the thoughts you plant today. If this message spoke to you, I want to make a special request. Subscribe to the channel now. Activate the bell not to lose the next videos, and leave a comment below telling me, have you tried to think of English? What is your biggest difficulty? I read everything with great affection and prepare new content based on your answers. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey. I believe in you. And I want to remind you, you are capable, you are on the right track, and your English will flourish. Keep me, and until the next video.